All right, Harrison, so for the acceleration change of direction section where you've been doing the full reversal, kind of like curved running drills, we're gonna replace those with two other drills. I wanna get the curve running in while we could. If basketball and stuff on the court starts to pick up a little bit, then I might want to start to pull some of the harder changes of direction out. That way you're just not changing directions for like 2 hours a day, 2-3 hours a day. With the stuff that we're doing in the program and the stuff that you're doing on the court. I think these drills are still gonna provide a ton of benefit. They're personally two of my favorite types of acceleration drills to get people, because they're working on a lot of good things. So this day, your Monday setup for this section is gonna be the exact same as the setup that you do on Thursday with 2 gates and then the recovery cone. It's about 10 yards behind that. And then there's gonna be a 10-yard gap in between the cones. Okay, so you can do a hip turn to an acceleration, and you're gonna do 3 bounds to an acceleration. For both of these, you'll start on the line, and you're just gonna go down and back, switching at each gate. So you'll have one gate where you do the hip turn, one gate where you do the bounds, and go from there. So in the hip turn, you'll sprint through or whatever, walk around the cones, come back up, and then get set in a good athletic position in between the cones. One thing that you can do to help yourself really nail this is if you've got extra cones to spare, you can just set them a little bit wider than your stance, because that's going to stop you from circling out of your hip turn, and it's going to make you go ahead and do the hip turn in a nice straight line. So the goal is to get in here and get in your position, or you can just make the gate smaller to bring the gate in. But cones close to your feet, and this is going to make you have to turn in a straight line, and all you want to think about doing is not hitting the cones as you go through this, okay? So, easy trick there, but for the hip turn, like I said, you'll start in a good athletic position. You want to stay low because we're trying to accelerate out. So you don't want to pop up, and you don't want to circle the hip turn. You want that run to be in a nice straight line. So the best way to do that is a repositioning step. So I'm going to take my leg that's closest to you, and I'm just going to put that foot out in front, and that's going to help me start to redirect my hips. So if I do the full thing, I start here. This is your starting position in between the cones. All you're going to do is push and then go, and then take off on that acceleration. And I can't really do much because there's stuff in the way, but again, it's foot out in front. That helps push me in this opposite direction. Then I can get out into my next step and then go from there. So that's your hip turn. The only thing I want you to do is right leg the first time down. When you come back, you'll just start here and you'll switch legs and then you go from there, okay? Now, the 3 bound to acceleration is exactly what it sounds like. For these bounds, I want you to think about trying to cover more ground out. So you're trying to push yourself forward more than you are up. I'm gonna probably have to do these towards the camera, but basically you'll just bound, and then on that 3rd bound, right when that foot hits the floor, you're just gonna carry that motion straight into the rest of your 10-yard acceleration. So the bounds will probably take 3 to 5 yards, depending on how far you go. 1, 2, 3, and then hard for the last bit. Hit the cones, walk, turn around, then you do your hip turn, and then go from there.